1, done. We're on air.
Right, we're on air twice, we're on the radio, and I need to fix something. So...
Well, we're on YouTube as well, all being well.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I forgot to record, I went and forgot to put the name of the thing they're recording on, so I'll need to change it.
Terrible. You are in fact sacked from life.
God damn it, Kitty.
Look, we're still live, so that's fine.
This is
We're
true.
not missing anything, really.
Yeah. My profile pic explains exactly how I feel about this.
What is it? Is it 56? Anyone know? I think it's 56.
Yeah, it's 56.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not that bad. It's fine. We will get there.
It's all good.
There we go. Everything's working. Right. Someone is a bit loud, so I might turn the gain down a bit. There we go. I'm just kind of checking settings still and making sure everything looks quite nice. It does look nice. So we'll bring in a couple more people and we'll see if all the levels are nice, because messing with levels is always fun, and I need to make sure it's quite nice. So,
Quote unquote fun.
It's all good. No, because today, right, today I've literally spent about 100 quid on games that I didn't intend to spend at all. Right?
Steam sale?
No, not even, no, because I bought the XCOM 2 Digital Deluxe Edition.
Mother of God. Imagine if all the stuff you could have bought with on a sale.
See all these fuckers with money.
Right. And then...
I know that feel, Morn.
Right, and then there's the new Zelda Twilight Princess HD with the Wolf Link amiibo.
Yep.
So I bought that.
Mhm.
I turned around and I'm like, I really don't want to spend all this money. Of course, the girlfriend turns around and she's like, no, but you do though, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I do.
Yeah,
We haven't fucking
I
got
can't.
it. Yeah, we've got it.
Can I? It's like,
Yeah.
I do, but can I?
Yeah, it's like, technically I can, but do I want to? No, because I
Yeah.
fucking hate spending money.
I can't even do that because the money we have will only just cover the food and the electric now.
Yup. That's I
And
have
we get
just.
paid on Tuesday, I think.
But that's when I get mine too. And I just found out that a nice little present from China is on the way to me, but they won't fucking they fucking stung me for 17 quid that I can't afford because.
Oh, because of the import tax and shit.
Yep. So it was like, oh, by the way, you're due us 70 quid. And I was like, well, I'm due you fuck all because I've not got the money, so you'll just have to wait. Anyway. And I just managed to get beer. I went into the machine. It was like, right, I think I've got a tenner. So I was like, oh shit, I had a fiver. I was like, fuck. So 5 cans of cheaper beer this time instead of my usual. So God
Decent stuff.
Well, it's still not bad. It's just cheaper. But it's not as strong, and I usually get like decently
So
strong.
let me guess, is it Strongbow?
No, is it? Fuck. It's beer, man. Come on, give me some respect. Holy shit, fucking Strongbow. Fucking hell.
Strongbow. Ugh.
Exactly. Anyway, so what we have done is I will tell you all this, which actually might be why I'm a couple of pounds short too. I put in a new, well, it's not a new server, but it's an upgraded server. It's now 3 cores and 50 gig instead of 2 cores and 25 gig and 4 gig RAM instead of 2 gig RAM. So the thing's better. It's if anyone that goes into airtime that uses that interface, you will notice it right away because it's just much faster. It's easy to work with. It's just faster. It's better. Not that we needed the extra cores, we just needed the RAM because it was maxing out at 2 gig RAM all the fucking time.
And why it was hanging quite often on the show builder, which is the default homepage.
Yeah, well, it will do that anyway, but it doesn't hang as long now. So it's a bit faster if you're doing stuff, and if you're adding tunes to your slot or whatever is faster, picking up everything, so all works nicer. Although 8 gig would be even better, but again, we don't need the cores. That's the thing. We don't need the cores, and we don't need the hard drive space as much as we need the RAM. But you can't buy RAM separate.
Maybe you can download more RAM.
Then someone would have to upload it, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, true.
Well, that's the thing. You can't, because they're the server, and they go, if you want more RAM, you have to have more cores, and more gigabyte hard drive space, and then you'll get more RAM. And we don't need the other two. We just need the RAM, which is a pain in the arse. So anyway, we're on the. So we started off at the lowest tier, we went to the second tier, and now we're on the third tier. There's only one more to go. So.
Shit. Does that mean we should stop being so fucking popular?
No, it's nothing to do with being popular. It's just that.
Bro, yes it is. It's
money.
because we are intensely fucking popular. Just go with it, okay? Just.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that is definitely it. Oh shit, that Deus Ex guy's here. Fucking.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What a twat.
I know, right?
God damn it, why? But that's what everyone thinks when they see me on Twitter. So that's fine. Don't care.
Well, I mainly think that because as soon as you post something, it's always pretty much always posted on the Aerith Radio Twitter at the same time. So.
No, that's only when I'm tweeting stuff that's about the radio.
Well, that's the only thing that ever turns out on my homepage.
It's because you're a faggot.
Well, maybe you need to pay more attention to Moonblade.
I know, I
Fucking
post
racist.
cats and stuff. I post cats and talk shit.
Yeah, I seen that cat drinking. That was cute.
Yeah, that is basically what I'm doing right now. It's like, that's what shoot the shit is. It's like,
Except you're a bit more shitty, kitty.
Yeah, on the bar, we're in the tap, just like licking the thing that comes down and lets the beer out. With the tap, yeah, that's it. And then after
You're a terrible alcoholic. Honestly.
I'm not even an alky, that's the best thing.
No,
Well,
if
by
you was-
Scottish standards, you're fucking sober.
Exactly.
yeah.
I only drink for this show. Give me a break.
Oh, yeah, he has no pleasure from it. You know, he does it for you
I know.
I do it for you guys, man. It's the only way I can handle all you fucking misogynist shitlords. Jesus Christ.
I know,
We
right?
love you too, kitty. We love you too.
I don't.
So, of course, look.
Look, I love
we
me.
know each other. That's why. I even like I don't know. My cat's awesome. That's all I can say about that.
Right. I've got to go and do a thing. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
So has I don't know. Oh yes, there was a thing. I was going to speak about games, but I'll leave. No, we will speak about games first, and then I will go into a wee tangent, and then
Just get on with it, you fucking idiot.
yes. Look, so what games have you faggots been playing in?
Wolfram and Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Yeah, I don't know what any of them are.
Wolfram is a MMO with hands down the best microtransaction system for current gen
Boo!
stuff.
Boo!
Boo, an MMO with a microtransaction system. That's going to suck.
But the thing with the microtransaction system is you don't have to actually pay to get the premium currency. You can just grind for it. Hence why instead of it's being pay to win, it's pay to not grind. And even then, the payments you use are fucking stupid compared to how easy it is to grind for the items.
So basically, they failed to get the formula right that King already uses. So, okay.
No, but the way they've done it is you only have to pay for cosmetics. So it's pretty much one of the perfect microtransaction systems.
Someone explain to me why the fuck would you ever pay? Oh, you get another costume. It's like great. So I'm literally paying for a skin pack. Why the fuck would you do that?
At the same time, though, you can actually trade some of your gear for the premium currency. So again, you can be completely a cheapo, like I mostly do.
Well, I just saw. I think it was the 2014 season of South Park where they did an episode on basically the mobile games with all the fucking microtransactions. I mean, it's basically as long as you're not a fucking gambler, then you're probably okay. You won't spend anything, but they're going to make their money off. It's like when you see like an advert says, "Oh, enjoy our 21-year-old Scotch. Please drink responsibly." And
yeah,
that's basically what it's like.
I swear down, I seen an advert on YouTube. I think it was last night that basically said that it was an ad for Heineken, and it was like just an advert for beer, right? And it came up. It was women singing "I want to be a hero" or some shit, right? And then the guy walked up to the bar, and she gave him a beer, and it was a Heineken, a bottle, and it said, "Please drink responsibly." It's like, holy fucking shit, really? One bottle of beer?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, Heineken's did a couple of those where it's like, "Oh, look at how awesome everything is. Please drink responsibly. Don't let the good times go bad." Was one of the UK PSA ones. And I love the way they did with the the nicotine. They had an ad with a hot-looking woman smoking a cigarette in the most sort of sultry, sort of Betty Page way you could imagine. One of those pin-ups in the 30s. Doing that sort of shit. And then they're going, keep the smoke, lose the fire. And then she's riding off on a fucking motorcycle with flames coming out the back like it's fucking Ghost Rider. It's like, way to make smoking look fucking awesome, you idiots. Or
that reminds me, somebody in America actually sued Lynx, or as they have it over there, Axe, for their Axe will totally get you all those hot chicks, and it didn't get them the hot chicks, so they sued Axe for it.
To be honest, right, it does say.
At the same time, though, I think they actually won because it is false advertising.
I've got one right here, right? I can look on the back, and it does say, "Warning may cause like loads of wifeys to be wanting you." So
spot the weeaboo.
Technically, you could kind of get them to court for that one. But, I mean,
it's obvious. I mean, they would probably say, "Oh, well, this is obvious bullshit. No one could possibly believe this is real." But it's like, well, still, motherfucker, this is what you're advertising.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend what the subtle hints you're trying to make to teenage boys, eh? Let's try to pretend. Let's not try to pretend that you're shitty deodorants, because they do smell disgusting.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I actually quite like them, but there you go.
At the same time, though,
they're cheap. They're cheap and they smell okay for cheap shit, right? But if you're going to go on all out on like decent aftershave, there's a lot better shit out there.
Just get some TCP and cotton buds. That's the old school way of doing it.
That doesn't smell chocolate.
They have the Lynx sensitive.
No.
I can't actually use that, but I can use normal stuff because the sensitive stuff actually irritates my skin. Which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, it probably does, because they're probably using some other chemical that fucking irritates you, and it doesn't irritate the people that get irritated by the other one. Because
then again, in my family, I'm the only one without sensitive skin, and I'm also the only one that's not ginger, so...
Well, there you go. Fucking gingers.
Stealing all of our souls.
Who's that fucking fox? I might have annoyed them too much.
Good.
I have to say that I think it was last week. Do you know Tiberius? I think his name's Tiberius or something. Or Fox calls him Leo. He's sometimes on Fox's show a lot. Last week I trolled.
Oh yeah, the lurker.
Fucking furious. But.
I think these Yankees are just not as robust to banter as.
He's not a Yank though.
Is he?
Yeah.
What is he?
From the UK.
From the UK. Well, that's just unacceptable in that case. What a faggot.
Yeah, we need to all go around his place and get him to have some cheeky Nando's with the lads.
I did something that should have triggered him, but it was kind of bit drunk, and I was just trying to get under his skin anyway, just because he likes doing it to other people. So I thought I'll try it. Like I'll just you know what I mean. and I triggered the shit out of him, I think. He's really mad and he doesn't like me anymore, so meh.
Well done.
200% triggered. You've done something right.
I want to know what the fuck that is now, to just see how bad you could be.
I didn't even, like, I don't know, I've just been a cunt. I wasn't, like, trying to really annoy him. I've just been a cunt. I was just giving him back stuff that I've seen him doing on other streams to other people. And I just don't like it. If he can give it, he can take it, right? And then, nope. So.
Well, maybe we should ask Milo about that. If you can give it,
don't get me started.
I haven't asked whether he's a power top, so I don't know.
Oh, he likes black people. Not black people. That sounds racist. But it's not really. Anyway, so games. What games have I been playing? I'll try and take it back. Where we were going to go.
Hurry up.
Lords of the Fallen or something. I bought it for like £7. I was like, I've heard of this. You know what, £7 I'll do. I'll get that and it'll give me an RPG to play. But it's one of the Dark Souls-y things, and I'm like, meh.
Oh, Dragon's Dogma.
No. Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen. And it's a crappy version of Dark Souls, basically. And it's got the same, a wee bit faster gameplay than Dark Souls, probably because it's on the PC and it's running at 60 FPS.
That's not faster gameplay. That's a faster frame rate.
You know, it feels faster.
I think you need to be more specific about. Obviously, a game can be faster in the mechanical sense rather than the pure rendering speed.
I think it is both, though. I think it's a bit of both. But then I've only played Dark Souls on the console, so.
Oh, it's these guys.
If I was gonna make an analogy, it would be compare any sort of classic FPS like Quake or Doom or something to like your Call of Duty or whatever.
No, it's an RPG.
No, I understand. The analogy I'm making is like Call of Duty is a much slower game than the more classic ones because they're much simpler about what they do. Exactly, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's getting with the analogy. Don't get fucking triggered.
No, it wasn't. I was just saying.
I fucking leave for like 5 minutes and people are already triggering the key.
No, it does.
That is the idea.
It does feel a wee bit faster than Dark Souls. It is running at 60, whereas, as I said, I was playing Dark Souls on the console. The thing I hate about Dark Souls is it takes a bit longer to hit.
Dude, you say, it seems like a shittier version of Dark Souls. Most of CI Games' stuff is actually bloatware, so it would feel like a shitty-ish rip-off.
Yeah, it does, but it feels the actual...
For example, I love Beauty, makeup studio for DS, I believe it was.
No, but the whole thing feels better. Like, it feels better than the console. Like, and I don't know if that's because of the game mechanic is a bit faster, or if it's because it was running at 60 FPS. It could be a bit of both. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. So.
Anyway, what have you lot also been playing?
Candy Crush Jelly, the long-awaited AAA title.
Oh, you're so.
I've been mostly watching television, so I haven't been playing any of the proper games at the moment. There's a lot of good television at the moment, which I watch in a box set. So I lock myself in a room for about 10 hours at a time, going through episode after episode.
I was going to say there is no good television, and then you said box sets. I thought,
Yeah, not on the. I'm not talking about your BBCs or your ITVs or your Channel 4s. I'm talking about real television, which is coming out of America, strangely enough, these days. I'm as shocked as anyone, but there you go.
Well, at the same time, I'm still not going to be watching any live TV shit because fuck the BBC. I'm not paying for a tax when I'm not going to be watching any of their content.
Well, you don't have to. That's the thing. You don't.
You do have to.
No, you don't.
Mm,
You just
kidding?
ignore those letters that come from the TV
Just ignore
licensing
them.
people.
If
Look, I'm
they
sure
try
this
and
man
take
has
it
got a
apart-
long experience of ignoring TV licensing.
I actually haven't, but no, I haven't. But I used to. There was a forum I used to visit a lot, and a lot of them were like, "Fuck that shit, I'm not paying for it." And this went on for years and years, and none of them got fucking it. So
Well, there is one good thing about it, and it is slowly starting to become decriminalized. So, yeah, now it's only a
Well, that's
maximum
'cause-
fine, I believe. Originally, you could actually go to jail for it.
that's because they can't put you in jail for it. That's because they can't prove that you're using the TV for actual live TV things. I mean, because you can now use a TV for DVDs, your PlayStation, your like whatever.
Do you know the fun part is though? If you own a modern
Yeah, if you go
console
that back.
and the internet, they can still sting you for the TV license because you can watch catch-up TV.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
it's
it's
really
not
isn't even
the
for catch-up.
broadcast.
It's
Broadcast.
it's
If you watch
TV.
the live streams, it's not the
Yes.
not the. It's there was this whole thing about it. It's only if you watch the live streams.
But they wanted to get it
So,
changed so it's if you watch absolutely
Yes.
everything at all.
Yeah, but they haven't yet, as far as I understand.
Yeah,
No.
as long as
But
you
they are
don't
trying.
watch the live stream, you're fine. If you watch the live stream, then
No, it's the other way around. Yeah, sorry, you
Yeah.
got it the right way. Yeah,
no,
so,
it's the live stream that.
yeah. So I said that,
Get
but I
fucked
thought you
for.
said the other way. Anyway, yeah.
no,
that's
no,
fine.
no.
Because it's all about
Sorry.
it's kind of. I mean, this just proves the entire thing is pretty archaic, right? Because
Yeah,
It's really just a live streaming tax, watching live content tax, if you think about it now.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's if you watch live. you need to
Because
pay
I
them.
believe, God,
But only-
BBC actually said even if you watch everything that's only on Plus One, you still don't have to pay it because it
I mean,
isn't
te-
anymore live. So
well, I mean, this
Technically-
the thing is, of course,
Technically, that's
this
true
is
too.
the thing, of course, is
If you don't
people
watch
always say the BBC. Technically, of course, it is a TV license, and it had the reason why I point this out because it had previously some of the money had gone to Channel 4, like in the early days, but obviously that's long over. It is pretty much BBC revenue at this point.
Yeah.
Although it's like so at the moment, there's basically nothing the BBC I like, and they seem to be determined to become more faggoty. So it's like I used to defend the license fee, and now I'm like, oh fuck these cunts, I can't be bothered anymore.
The thing is, if they had any interest in doing anything of any use to anyone, then it'd be fine. But they don't.
If
Self-interest.
they hadn't pissed off Jeremy Paxman so much that he said, right, fuck this, I'm going off Newsnight, I might start. But they pissed off Jeremy Paxman. The only one thing worthwhile fucking watching on a weekday at 10:30, right? Fucking Newsnight, and it's a fucking joke. I used to watch that all the fucking time.
I used to watch Top Gear 2, and they fucked that.
But that's on Amazon
And-
Prime. And to be honest, I don't really buy anything from Amazon. But right now, I'm considering Amazon Prime specifically for Top Gear.
I imagine that's why they fucking got it.
Who bought Top Gear? Who bought it now? If
Amazon.
Have they done any apps yet?
No, it's coming out on Amazon Prime in the next few months. But they've been filming, but they haven't really
I knew that.
they haven't released it yet. But
Right.
it's like, well, do you know what? Yeah, it's £80 a year for Amazon Prime, but they've got Top Gear, so
They have, and if you do the Prime, you've got all the TV things, the TVs and all that streaming shit, and you get
and
your
it helps that you get your
delivery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If to be honest, if I was buying a lot of stuff off Amazon like every month or two, that would probably be worth it, and using all the DVDs and shit, or the Netflix type shit. It probably be worth it because I have had the trials. I love doing that. I love when they've got 1 month trial and I go trial. Don't charge my credit card though after the 30 days are up, and I just fuck about for 30
Because
days.
I will be fucked. Well, I know you will.
That actually makes me think of Winwar. Just good guy Winwar gives you a 30-day trial forever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh, beer.
I don't think anyone's ever done anything with that. Just, oh, hi WinRAR, yes, I'll take your thing, but I have no intention of ever giving you any money.
Who uses
That's all.
that now? I've moved on to 7-zip.
7-zip's always kind of been the free alternative to WinRAR, but I mean, WinRAR
Fuck
is.
you, Windows faggots. It's all about fucking gzip.
I mean, I'll be honest, does
Hard
anyone...
gzip,
no,
motherfuckers.
look, I'll be honest, right?
Linux master race.
Look, I'll be honest. If Linux had proper drivers from fucking video cards, I would be in there.
I mean, the thing is, I'll be honest. Does anyone actually zip anything anymore, though?
Yeah,
a lot of it happens without you realising. Of course, there's a lot of stuff that is zipped. And it's just done for efficiency, but it's done on the fly. So
I can tell you exactly what happens and why hardly anyone uses it nowadays, unless you're trying to keep it really down. Most of the time, if you zip it, try and zip an MP3. There'll be nothing off it. You
wouldn't be.
I can make it bigger, right?
I
know I can
explain
this
explaining
too.
the precise nature of entropy.
So can I.
Information
Right?
entropy. Reference to Shannon and so forth.
And AVIs and all the video compression things. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? MP4s and all that shit.
They're already basically compressed form. They're compressed formats
exactly.
to begin with. That's the basic idea. Obviously,
so you couldn't
officially send through entire frames of video. Not even GIFs do that. The GIF standard, the animation standard, allows for only partial portions of the image to be updated. Although, of course, if you have a lot of stuff going on, you might be updating the thing. And a lot of times it doesn't bother anymore because GIFs are generally small in size anyway. It uses the
graphics interchange format.
I'm trying to remember the precise. Was it the Huffman? Yes, it's the Huffman compression algorithm they use, which is still patented, I believe, but people just end up using it anyway. But yeah, MP3s are still. MP3s are everywhere, but there's still patents and shit, and that's one of the reasons why OGG Forbis exists, but nobody really fucking uses that. But anyway, there you go. FLAC is different, of course, because that's attempted to be lossless.
Well, it's very good. I've tried it because I'm a bit of a wee audio. Not a great one, but I'm a wee bit of an audiophile, so I have tested OGG MP3 and FLAC.
Well,
and the difference between OGG at 160 kbs and an MP3 at that is completely different. The OGG total pisses on it. But when you start getting up to about 320 or VBS, there's hardly anything in it, and there's not much savings if you go at OGG or MP3, so it doesn't really matter.
Actually, it does, but only if you're a web developer and planning to use it for a web player.
Yes,
MP3s work with most of them, but they don't work with all of them. But OGG actually covers the things that MP3 doesn't. So
there is an actual reason to use OGG for web, is because one of the decisions made was basically allow you to have bit stripping, so you can dynamically lower the bit rates easily in order to fit the client's connection, basically. So that obviously makes it particularly good. I mean, YouTube does similar shit now. I'm not exactly sure how they do it with videos, but
we can do
similar
it.
Concepts.
We can do it, but it was just we can put it through OGGs because we use Nicecast, so we can put OGGs through. But the problem is, a lot of the players and stuff that you get to integrate into the web thing don't like them for some reason.
Anybody who doesn't use VLC should kill themselves immediately.
Yep, and apparently MP3's actually got everything covered now. So even fucking IE supports MP3s.
Yeah, that's the thing.
IE doesn't support anything. Don't lie to me.
I'm just surprised that you're saying IE didn't support MP3s. What, you're saying this is a recent thing? I assumed it would just use Windows Media as a.
They don't use OGG. Yes, they do, but
they don't even use WAV. So no, they don't actually use the Windows one. And apparently I was wrong because the OGG doesn't actually support for IE. So.
No, that's the problem. MP3s will work, but OGGs won't unless they've got something that takes over.
Well, the only two that don't support OGG right now is Safari and IE, and the only one that doesn't support WAV is IE. So,
well, I can see
now IE is shit.
The obvious reason for that being that both obviously Chrome and Firefox are quite happy with. I mean, they're based on WebKit anyway. I'm sure they use a lot of the similar open source libraries.
Yeah, they did.
Microsoft have no reason to bother doing anything when they're too busy sorting out their tiled mess, and Apple are too busy pushing AAC. They couldn't give a shit. They want you to buy everything through fucking
It's
iTunes.
funny you say that,
anyway.
but it was actually Chrome and Safari that were Chrome and Safari for sure that could support MP3s back in the day.
Well, wasn't AAC,
Well, you say back in the
wasn't
day.
that Sony's?
That was only about a year ago.
Wasn't AAC Sony's back in the day? Or
Yeah,
was that something else?
it is. They own the fucking patent. I was just thinking when you're saying back in the day, I'm thinking the late 90s. I don't know what fucking.
No, it was
Yeah,
only.
yeah, I'm talking about.
It's only been out for about 5.
No, I'm
back
thinking
in the
about
day,
mini
completely
disc.
meaningless unless you're
I'm
talking
thinking about
pre-millennial.
mini disc. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about mini
Oh, mini
disc.
disc, yes.
Mini
they have
disc.
those.
They
For
used to
fuck's
use
sake, come on, man, you're showing your age.
AAC or something, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a proprietary compression format by Sony, but yes, it's
But
of a
wasn't it
similar
AAC?
nature. I don't think it
Same
was
as Apple?
AAC. It was similar. I mean, a lot of these technologies have similar principles anyway, so I won't be surprised.
Yeah, but it was obviously the same concept as MP3s and all that, but I'm pretty sure it was called AAC.
I don't know. I never
Sure.
fucking owned one. If you owned one, you fucking say.
I never owned one, but what I did
because we
own,
weren't fucking rich enough. Cheeky
Yeah,
cunt.
I know.
but what I did own
Sony shit's expensive.
was a Sony CD player, but it would also play that
MP3s.
format. No, it wasn't MP3s. It was Sony's own format, and
Fucking
couldn't.
check out Hollywood Mournblade.
You had to put it was like iTunes. You had to put it through Sony software to rip the CD and whatever shit it was, and I'm pretty sure it was AAC or something. Maybe it was ARC. It was something when
Maybe you're an ARC hole.
I think you're talking about like the mini disc when they came out.
No, yes, it was the same idea,
It's
but
ARC, dude.
was it ARC?
Yeah,
it was
I
the
think
same
so.
idea, but this one was just
It
a
was
CD player.
It was the
but
same
done-
format as the mini discs.
Yeah,
It
Basically,
was
just
like
had
little
it down.
square ones.
right. But
Well
this
then.
was cheap because they were dying. That's why I got it cheap. The format had already died, and
Yeah.
Sony had went, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was an expensive thing. It was just a feature that
fucking
had,
excuse.
oh, I can burn like more fucking things on my CDs. So yeah, that's why I got it.
Absolutely fucking haram.
I mean, it's the thing. I'm pretty sure. I mean, in the time frame between obviously going from cassettes to CDs to obviously having a little hard drive around with you all the time, there was somewhere in between that you had CD players that used MP3s. I wasn't aware of any that used the same format as ARC, if it is from Sony Minidisc. But I can imagine. I mean, Sony's always loved sucking their own dick, so it doesn't surprise me at all.
Trust me.
Yeah, they like the smell of their own farts. Yeah.
It was dying.
Well, if you were to make something and then had a product, wouldn't you also make it so it could use that file format?
No, because that's fucking retarded.
I wouldn't be a dick
But
about it.
it's like business for you
That's
twice.
how you die. No,
Well,
because
well,
that's how you die. Look, Sony does this all the fucking time. They
Their
come up
little
with
memory
stupid
stick
memory
fucking
formats, and they're fucking retarded little proprietary pieces of shit things for their fucking PlayStations.
Actually, the only one that has done, the only one that has done
PlayStation,
well,
PSPs and all that.
because obviously
shit, man.
it was, if I'm not mistaken, Betamax was Sony.
Betamax was Sony, Blu-ray
But,
was
so
Sony.
out of all these, out of all these, Blu-ray's the
Sony.
only one that's done any good.
No,
Um,
DVD.
No, I mean DVD was it Panasonic and
Sony.
was it
Sony.
Sony as well?
It was Sony. DVD
I really
was
wouldn't be
Sony.
surprised if it was a mix, considering the
I'm pretty
CDI.
sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was
It
a
was a
consortium.
mix. But,
I'm pretty
but
sure it was
so
a
was
consortium who
DVD.
did the DVD.
Yes, it was.
CD was that was
Philips.
Panasonic's and Philips. I think it was both of them.
Philips.
But it wasn't.
Philips
No,
CD
Philips is
Interactive,
Panasonic.
man.
Yeah, the DVD then
Philips
was
is
more of a
Panasonic.
consortium, and then when it
Yeah.
came to, then you had HD DVD. I can't remember who did that, and nobody fucking.
Microsoft. That was
No, it
Microsoft.
wasn't.
Microsoft, someone else,
Well, it
and
wasn't Microsoft. Microsoft obviously
Philips.
sponsored it for the Xbox 360, but it was.
Yeah,
It wasn't
but
every
no,
developer
no,
hardware, was it?
It got as much sponsorship as the N64 disk drive.
well, no, it got Blu-ray and HDVD got about half the companies supporting both.
Yeah,
So
but
both
porn
had
support
went
Blu-ray, so that's
kind of some of them all went the other way. Like whoever was supporting HDVD didn't support Blu-ray.
If I remember, the PS3s were much cheaper. Essentially, if people were interested, PS3. PS3 was the first Blu-ray.
Wasn't there a point when the PS3 was actually cheaper than Blu-ray players? So you just PS3 Blu-rays.
Exactly.
That's why Sony did it, because
there was no reason not to have it.
Yeah, but they've done the same with the PlayStation 2 with the DVDs as well, and then they thought, oh, that actually worked. Let's do that with this one too.
Oh yeah, they were selling them thing. So
yeah, the other thing. Yeah, but not now, because if everyone's buying Blu-rays and they've got a cut in the Blu-ray, so
well, on the subject of like the PS3 and that, like with PS2 compatibility, originally it was because they actually had hardware. It wasn't software emulation. They actually had the Emotion engine.
Yeah,
which is why it costs so fucking much.
Yeah, they would have to, because I remember about the time the PS3 was coming out, I was actually doing advanced hardware architecture course in university, and we were discussing the cell architecture. Now, it was IBM who were also developing this, because they were going to use it in their fucking servers and what have you. Yeah. So that's why it also had an ARM in there, because obviously at the time IBM, all their stuff, they were selling shit to Apple as well at the time on RISC-based processors before Apple did the switcheroo to Intel and all that, and then you had Rosetta and all that kind of shit. So I mean, it was. I mean, one of the big. I mean, the reason why now they're all basically PCs in a box, because one of the big complaints the developers had was it's quite complicated to develop for, which I can easily understand. It's not a simple system, but it was definitely a very innovative and interesting from a hardware point.
Yeah, but it's hard to develop for, so...
Developers are idiots, apparently. I don't know, maybe I should have...
They're not idiots.
No, they
just
are.
Makes it harder and there's a less...
No, I can feel superior. You don't understand. I can feel superior.
I know what you're trying to say, but you're still wrong. It's just because, look, there's a bigger audience out there. Why should I work my ass off to do something for this harder architecture when I can design something for this easier architecture and get a bigger audience?
Well, I mean, it didn't really. I mean, they're obviously still. I mean, they've sold a fucking shed load of PS3s, and it's not like there's a lack of games. So it's been all right in the end of it. And I mean, that's the reason I bought my PS3 in the first place is really I wanted a reliable Blu-ray player, because you get a fucking PC in it, and have like Power DVD or whatever the fuck they call it, and it won't work on half your fucking Blu-rays anyway, and they want you to buy the $50 version or whatever the fuck it is, and it's like, fuck that shit, I'm not having this bullshit. They want you to buy it on a fucking yearly license. It's like, you fucking cocksucking me. It's like, just buy a fucking piece of hardware.
And here's another thing, right? So you know, Betamax failed, right? But DVD and Blu-ray didn't. The other reason for it, not just because of what Sony did with their PlayStation 3 and 2, right, but also because Betamax, when they launched it, they said no, the porn industry can't use it. It's
always porn.
Right?
Yes.
No, I'm not joking, right?
That's the reason I'm waiting for Oculus to fall.
It's entirely porn.
They learned their lesson and they were like, yeah, we're not doing that with DVDs, it'll be fine. You can use it if you want.
Do you know what I'm kind of waiting for?
They were like, look, no,
it's fine,
you can do it. Here,
I actually wonder in like in like 2 or 3 years how far Oculus is gonna fall.
Yes. No, this is what Oculus needs to do. Oculus needs to go.
They've already said no porn.
Our store, get porn on it. Just do it.
If you
win.
I would say if you're someone following the tech world and you want to see what future trends are going to be, you're best off looking at porn. Don't bother with what fucking Gartner or analysts are saying about fucking Apple or Microsoft. See what the porn merchants are doing.
Have you seen Boogie's new video? About the Sony, the Samsung headset that he got for his phone?
No.
No, you should watch his new video. I don't know, could I play it? I'll see.
We could link to it.
Find it. Well, no, I can play it through here and it'll work through the radio. And
guys.
Yep.
I'm sorry to cut it off, but we've passed the halfway mark. So, half an hour mark. So.
Good point. Well made. Stopping YouTube.
The Nazi.
Yes.
Wait.
What a timing Nazi. Listen to this, man.
Hang on. Now I'll play this video so everyone can see it. So I'll screen share it, and the people that are listening on the radio will be able to hear it, but the people that are on the YouTube. So people, if you're listening,
okay.
Get to
It
the
will come.
YouTube thing.
I will provide closed captions. How about that?
No, you won't need them because it's just Boogie sitting there talking about his thing.
Oh,
So
whatever.
it's
Get on with it then.
How long is this thing?
It's about 6 minutes.
Fucking 6 minutes. Like I have that kind of attention span.
Well, you're just gonna have to have that attention span, you fucking gamer
Fuck's
fuck.
sake.
Holy shit! Go and play COD.
Just try and distract everybody with other stuff. That's what I'm gonna do.
He talks about his thing, and it fits properly well into this conversation we were having. Okay, so otherwise I wouldn't have brought it up. But anyway,
If it doesn't, I'm gonna fucking stab you, man.
look, stop being a faggot. Just trust me. I just need to find it. Why have I watched so many videos after that one? Why can't it be? God damn it.
First world problems.
Yep.
Where is it? I will find it at some point. There we go.
One day.
It's actually 8 minutes and a half, but anyway. Right, I have it queued up. Look, shut up. I'm going to try and share screeny share.
Shut up! Shut up! Stop!
You're also mean to me.
It's difficult. Look, it's a difficult thing.
The point is, what
It's
you
difficult
do,
being a homo,
just,
yeah?
you just keep on doing the thing you need to do. Ignore
That's what.
the
That's what.
blabbering that
You'll
come out of
see
our
this
mouths.
now.
Yes.
You'll see that.
You'll want
Right,
to
so-
force
I can now-
your
Nope.
screen
You need to be presenting to everyone.
and force your screen, because otherwise, us talk.
Look.
There we go. That will do it. You've done
Look.
it. Don't worry, fam. You made it.
I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't. I'm not presenting to
What
everyone.
the fuck was that?
Has
How
Spawn got his porn out?
do I present to everyone?
You already
I
are.
need to present to everyone.
You fucking idiot. God damn
Oh,
it.
that's not me. That wasn't me.
Oh no, it isn't. It's King.
Right.
What are you doing? What a faggot. Stop him.
Exactly.
What
Look.
the fuck is happening here?
Look,
You've got
Stop
control.
it, man.
Bring up your toolbox. Bring up your
new
fucking
profile.
toolbox. Fucking hell.
So
Settings.
I'm
Toolbox.
I'm allergic to bullshit. and
Next
that's my
one.
dog.
Next one. Control panel. Then you can tell faggots to fuck off and shit like that. But otherwise, when you're presenting as a moderator, you should just get the option to say, "Fuck all you bitches." Pretty much.
Yep.
I'm showing my shit. Oh my god, he's blind.
Damn right he is.
Screen share.
I think. Oh, there we go.
Screen share.
Yeah.
There we go. Well done.
Sorry, yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa, meta.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Right,
apparently I
here we
had to
go.
press the present to everyone button because I'm in control.
Yes,
Bam.
exactly.
Ah, there we go. That's why.
Here we go.
So that'll be
Right,
my fault.
Sound.
I've got sound.
Sound. You've got sound. No one else has.
Yeah, nobody else has.
You're not
hear it.
No, you're not routing
No.
it. You're not routing it through the fucking. Should I do this? Because I've
Yeah.
set up routing it. Just
Are you getting it now?
Sometimes we share opinions,
No.
but
There we go.
yes.
can often parody.
Right, okay. Right, so it's all working, it sounds good.
For those of you who don't,
Apparently.
Oculus Rift is a virtual reality headset that will plug into your high-end PC and allow you to do virtual reality gaming and other things along that lines. It is not for the mild at heart either. The price tag of $600 is definitely keeping a lot of people out. The fact that you need a very high-end PC in order to run it to begin with is also going to keep even more people out. This is not the mass appeal virtual reality device that everyone wants it to be. Now that's true as of the day that it launches. It may not be true further down the road as PCs get cheaper, more and more people get PCs that will run the stupid thing, and the price comes down on it because the manufacturing cost comes down as well. So I think the Oculus Rift is going to have a shaky start, but I think virtual reality is interesting enough to most people that as it gets cheaper and as it becomes more widely available and available in stores, people are going to pick it up more and more often. I think when the price on the pre-order bonus was announced, two groups of people were upset. The first group of people are the people who want it, but either can't afford it or don't want to pay such a high
Right, we
price.
can kind of skip
And
that
I
a
am
wee bit,
kind of in
right?
that group.
That
I don't want to
wasn't-
have to pay $600 for this thing. Like you're looking through a screen door, and it destroys immersion. And that is absolutely why it needed to have the best possible screen that it could. Unfortunately, that screen is in high demand right now because Samsung is putting it in all of their phones, and I believe the screen is also being made by Samsung, so that led that to be a very costly item, a cost that will go down in price as time passes. The other thing I think is that if they ever sell the unit alone with just the camera, that will probably run about $500. But this pre-order bundle includes an Xbox One controller, which retails for like $6. It as an excuse to sell you more stuff to get even more profit, which is not. And then have a new version come out next year or the year after that. Or the year after that.
Samsung.
I absolutely want to make a one-time purchase and have this thing last at least a couple of years. Ideally, it would last as long as the console's life cycle of 5, 6, 7 years. A lot of people will say that there are cheaper versions of virtual reality out there to get into, and I know that's true. I, for example, just purchased a Samsung VR, which I think will be here this weekend or maybe on Monday, and I'm going to unbox that and review that here for the channel as well. But that thing is very, very different from the Oculus Rift. Number one, it's a standalone unit. It doesn't use the power of your PC to do anything. Secondly, it requires a cell phone to be locked into the thing.
Fuck you.
After all this, it's the wrong fucking
you.
video.
Right, okay, you can sort that out, and you can shut up. You can shut the fuck up, because I'm going to say hello to Queenie, since she decided to join us.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Hi, guys. What's up?
Everything's fine. The patriarchy is in operation. Don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
great.
Some shit's happened. I don't know what's happened, but it's all Mournblade's fault. So.
Yep. The shitty kitty went all shitty again on us.
I know, right?
Oh, no.
He's Scottish. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Queenie.
Hello.
I see everyone's gone quiet now. We've actually seen a woman. Brilliant. That's what we want.
No, I'm just more scared about what the fuck Boogie was having on his face.
Oh, I don't know. Mournblade's
I
busy
can
looking at
see into
porn,
your
so
soul.
yeah. I don't know. He's busy doing things with VR, and I don't have the patience for VR.
Fuck VR. What a
Yeah.
load of bollocks.
Well, VR would be good if it could be done correctly. The problem is that it's never done right.
Guys, I've got FX Watch. Okay,
Right.
so-
Hold on while I press the present to everyone button.
Again.
Right, okay.
I swear to God, this would better be the fucking right one, or I will fucking hurt you.
Look, he's got any Santa's time. Right.
I get started here, I want to say that this is not paid promo. I paid for this device out of pocket, and I'm reviewing it just because I like the idea of it and I think it's kind of cool. I'm not getting paid anything to make this video. It's just because I like virtual reality and I want virtual reality to succeed. So I want to talk about this attempt at virtual reality. So this is the unit, and it's basically very simple. It's a plastic housing with the two lenses, head straps here. There's a little dial here that allows you to focus things. Once it's connected to your phone, which I'll show you how that connects in a second, there's a little kind of almost scroll pad, mouse pad kind of thing here that allows you to navigate inside the stuff. There's also a back button here, which may not be showing up because this is a white unit. It's got a little grippy thing here on the back. You know, not grippy, but I mean cushioned to make it a little easier to use. And it's simply the phone.
So let's get on.
Get to the point.
Instead, just anywhere. You can lay on your back and watch Netflix.
That's not where you wanted that to be paused. It was like Boogie was going to fucking eat us.
Fill up the phone very, very quickly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gigs at a time. If I got the 32 gig phone, I would have been very, very frustrated because I'd only be able to load 1 or 2 movies at a time and still have room for everything else. Fortunately, there's plenty of stuff that you can stream, but it does eat data like a hog. You definitely don't want to do it on 4G. You definitely want to connect your Wi-Fi, but then that's even problematic for a lot of people who are dealing with home cable
Triggered.
internet provider.
Everyone's
The
problem.
other thing is that you want to keep these lenses as close to spotless as humanly possible. You definitely want to have lens cleaners at home, and you definitely want to be able to make sure that your screen is flawlessly clean, because even the tiniest little speck of dirt or water will be magnified inside the unit, so you end up popping it out and cleaning it again and putting it back in and popping it out and cleaning it again. That's super frustrating as well. Obviously, that won't be a problem with the Oculus Rift because that's a sealed unit. But here, since you're using your phone, it's a pain in the ass. When I ordered this thing, I thought that I would probably use it a few times, make a video complaining about it, and be bored with it within a week. Well, it's been a week, and I'm certainly not that. I think between myself and my friends, we've used it a total of 20 or 30 hours easily, and it's hard to even find that kind of time. I love this thing. There's a ton of stuff to do in the store. Even though it's a sealed unit, not everybody can develop for it. You got to go through get your app on the store. The apps that are there, a lot of them are free. A lot of them are fun to play with, and I mean it's pretty badass. The technology is good. The games are okay, at least the ones I've tried. The virtual reality experiences are fantastic, and overall, I'm really, really glad I picked this up. It's going to be good to tide me over until my Oculus Rift ships. And I think, hey. Now, there's one more thing I have to talk about with this device, but make sure that the kids are out of the room before we talk about this, okay? And that is the adult experiences that are available for this device. Now, the very first thing you need to know is there is nothing adult-related on the Samsung store native to this device. You cannot access adult material unless you go really, really out of your way, and then most of it is behind a paywall. However, once you do download that stuff, it is really, really, really interesting. Probably.
Did we just witness Buggy come in his pants?
He's like really interesting.
He's only from a purely.
You heard that?
This is from a purely research purpose. I don't know what you people are thinking.
I just had to, you guys.
It's really, really interesting, and then you can more. I'll leave it to play because there's only a minute left. But this is the point I was trying to make.
Really interesting. Probably my favorite feature of the unit so far. Oh my!
Of course it is.
Fucking Boogie.
For some reason, I can't help but feel that Samsung VR is now the 21st century equivalent of the plastic bag.
As a VR experience, it's really, really good. Though I hope that the Rift turns out to be considerably better, even though this is still very, very good. Let me know if you played with one of these units before, or do you have any interest in playing with one? That's
it.
Hey, guys,
I have a unit I've
played with one of these quote-unquote units.
Right.
Quote-unquote units.
Play
right.
with
Okay.
Play with
For the
your
people that were
units.
watching on YouTube, both of you, we're going now.
Go away and play with your units.
You can play with the units, or come to the website, or do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. It's Friday, man.
Go play